Now to at 7, we're hearing from a local lawmaker who's switching parties. Congressman Scott Rigell says he's leaving the local Republican chapter.
The outgoing lawmaker is now standing behind the Libertarian candidate for president. 10 on your side's Joe Fisher spoke to Congressman Rigell one-on-one. Joe, why this change?
Well, Laura and Deanna, today, 2nd District Congressman Scott Rigell resigned from the Virginia Beach unit of the Republican Party. We just wrapped up an interview one-on-one with Scott Rigell just a few minutes ago. We talked about this, and he said that the reason he had to do this was because if he didn't resign, it's likely that the local chapter would have kicked him out because he is endorsing a candidate outside of the party. He is now endorsing Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson, not Donald Trump. He told me inside today he can't vote for Donald Trump because he calls him, quote, incompetent. He cannot vote for Hillary Clinton because he calls her a liar. But he says Gary Johnson is a leader. He still considers himself a Republican. He says he is still part of the Republican Party of Virginia, but the local bylaws here in the Virginia Beach chapter prohibit him from being a member because he does not support the Republican nominee, Donald Trump. I sat down with him and I asked him what went into that decision. Here's what he had to say.
Did I do my best in the hour in which I had influence to put a better America out there for our children and grandchildren? And my conscience and my judgment leads me to this place, and that's where I planted my flag.
The first word you think of when you hear Donald Trump?
Incompetent.
Hillary Clinton.
Liar.
Gary Johnson.
Leader.
And Governor Gary Johnson taking to Twitter this weekend saying, quote, that he was honored to have Scott Rigell's support. I did ask Congressman Rigell, does he plan, has he talked to Gary Johnson yet? Does he plan on campaigning with him? And, you know, what is the relationship like? More about that relationship and more about him coming out and publicly endorsing him. A pretty big deal here. You're going to hear those responses tonight coming up in our later newscasts on Wavy News 10 at 10 on Fox 43 and Wavy News 10 on NBC after the Olympics. For now, we're live in Virginia Beach. I'm Joe Fisher. 10 on your side.